Hi guys, good morning. I'm not going to stay on but a minute. What I'm doing right now is I'm basting the binding around this. This jacket is finished in a way I've never finished one before. And I forgot to turn the autofocus off. But I want to come on and share the things that I've been sewing. I've got my green project bin. And I've just been pulling things out of it and completing them. So I just wanted to share what I've been completing. But let's get rid of the autofocus real quick so that it'll quit blinging around. This is the jacket, and I looked at the patterns envelope, and I cut this out in 2003 because that's the copyright on the pattern, because it was a new pattern when I bought it. So this is what it's looking like so far. I'm using what I have. The only like navy colored binding I had was quilt binding, and it was too wide, way too wide. So I'm working on this. It's just the binding edge goes around all of it. It has sleeves, and I've got to sew them in, and it's lined with the roses. So I like how it's turning out, and it does have some fade spots where it's been cut out so long and all of that, but I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to wear it around the house. The worst is down the back. Right here, there's a really bad fade line there. And then I thought about, what if I dump it in some dye? But I don't want to do that now that I've put the red. And I'm using yellow thread so I can remove it, after I've stitched around the outer edge. So this is the jacket from my project bin. I'll turn it back around. And I've got the sleeves all pinned up. I'm not going to move those. But this is the pattern. It's McCall's 4309. And the copyright's 2003. Excuse Bernadette. She's choking on something. And I'm doing view C, which is this one here. So there'll be the red will go around the sleeve cuff as well. So there's that. And the next thing I'm going to show you that I sewed up might make this cat I have here totally freak out. So I'm hoping he doesn't like take a camera out or anything. So I was sewing along, and I was sewing the bottom, and it just like this. And I was sewing up where I'd stuffed. And then Howard was on this cutting table right here. And then I just said, oh, I'm finished. I knotted it and cut the thread. And then I did this. And I set it up. And Howard, he jumped backwards, fell off the table, hit the floor, and was hissing. So these are some cats that I cut out 2007. So these aren't as old as the jacket, but they're an old project too. So there was 2 cats, and they look really lifelike. In fact, excuse me, Greg came in and he saw this one sitting there, this one here, and this is Fluffy and Tabby. And he said, Mom, you were going to laugh. I said, why? He said, I saw that one right there. And I said, in my head, he said, oh, hi, sweetie. When did you come? Where did you come from? And I was laughing. So these are the 2 cats. They are an old design by Patty Reed Designs collection. So, whoops. She has a collection of different things that she does. But her website doesn't work anymore, but I found her on Facebook. And I saw some other things that you can sew up. There was an elephant was something. So I think she has like kits available now. I don't know. But if you want to look for something similar in this lady's designs, her name's Patty Reed, Pattyreed. So Patty Reed, your cats got my cats. Really good. So let's set them in the chair. Back here, we'll set these down. And they look like they're watching too. And then the next thing was a little bag that I got the pattern for. I don't know if this is still a going concern either because I didn't look it up. But it was the International Quilters Foundation or something like that. And I cut this out years ago. Well, I finished it. It's just a little bag. And it's supposed to have Velcro, but I despise Velcro. I absolutely despise Velcro. I hate it. I still got some threads here and there. But it's made out of cotton fabric. It's got some stiff interfacing on the outside fabric. And then you were supposed to choose a corresponding fabric. And I had this fabric in my stash. And so I said, well, I didn't have the lining cut out. I had no more of the blue stripe because, it was long gone. I think I actually made this with a scrap. So I went in my bins and I found this fabric, and it's a shirt fabric. And I think it's got some kind of stretch in it. This thing, I'm never making another one of these bags ever. So I threw the pattern away already. But yeah. And I think the whole reason I had so much trouble is this is a stable fabric on the outside. And then I had this shirting with some stretch in it for the inside. So I like the buttons. I think they look almost like jean pockets. And the only thing I had trouble with was let me see if I can get it unbuttoned. My one machine that I do buttonholes with wasn't working, so I had to do old-timey buttonholes on my dressmaker. But this flap actually came out a little too wide for the pockets, but I made it work. I took a little fold in the fabric there. And if I'd been thinking, I would have just put the fold in the same place so it would look like it was on purpose. I was going to try to mimic the little gusset ones in the bottom, but it wasn't that much wider. But it'll work. And these are roomy pockets. And then it's got the two button closed pockets on the front. And then on the inside, you've got two inner pockets. There's one here and one here. So there's two pockets in there. And I thought this could be a nice project bag or even just a little tote bag. I don't like to shop with a bag that's open at the top because people can just reach in and take your wallet. So I would not use this as my regular purse or anything. Why does Becky hate Velcro? I hate Velcro because everything sticks in it. You end up getting spare threads, cat hair, dog hair. I don't like to sew it. I just don't like it. Don't like it at all. I just like the buttons. Buttons make me happy. So there's that bag. Then there was some more bags. Now this instructions came from allpeoplequilt.com, and it's their small gift bag, and it's supposed to have a button loop sewed here, and it's supposed to come over and go around your button, and then it's supposed to have a handle on it. Well, I just wanted to get them done, and I thought these would be nice cookie gift bags that I could just carry like that. So I sewed a button on, and I made a buttonhole. So there's a button on the inside of the bag. So you put your stuff in there, and then you button it closed, and it's lined. These are so easy to make, you guys. Absolutely the easiest thing. The worst part I think I did was on one of these. When I was cutting it out, I wasn't as careful as I was on this. This one was cut out better than this one. And I guess you can see the stripes aren't straight on this one. And it was irritating me, but hey, I cut these out, I don't know how many years ago. So that's 2 more things completed. And I'll set these aside for gift giving next Christmas. So we'll put the bag back here with the kitty cats and these bags back with the kitty cats. And then I pulled another project bag out, and this had some little totes mostly done. And if you guys remember right, I got 2 full reams of the belting. And look, it matches these little totes perfectly. And again, these are fully lined. And these are made with canvas. So these would be cute little bags to take a small project with you, you know, needlework or whatever. So these were easy to finish up. You make 2 bags and you put, you keep your lining bag wrong side out. When you've got it made up, you'll leave that wrong side out. You'll turn your outer bag right side out. And then what you do is you attach this to the pocket. We can make some of these sometime if you guys want to. Do y'all want to make some small totes? And I'll show you how to do it. I'll have to get some supplies around, but we could make some small totes together. If you don't have belting, you can just use fabric. They are so easy to make, you guys. And these, I think, were actually made for my 2 nieces that are about the same age that are now in their 20s. So that's how long these have been cut out. I made these to give to Kayla and Candace when they were like 4. So now I have some other nieces that are about that age that I might put some goodies in it and send it to them. The only thing is I'll have to make something for Aiden if I make something for Anastasia, because they're twins and you don't want to give something to one twin and not the other. And I'd have to make something for their older brother. So we'll make some small totes together one day. You'll need about a half a yard of 2 different fabrics. The canvas weight is nice, like the stuff you get at Hobby Lobby in the home decor section. And that's where some of this kind of fabric is on clearance at Hobby Lobby too. That's where I got that feathers in there. Yeah, All People Quilt has free patterns for quilts. They have free patterns for bags and all kinds of stuff. You might want to check them out if you want to get into bag making or anything. So that's all I've got done right so far. So we'll just make some totes together one day. So I'll just tell you right now what you need. You need something to make handles out of. It can be just some of your whatever fabrics, but 2 fabrics, a half a yard each. And I'll show you how to draw up a pattern and all of it. Thread. And that's it. About 2 half yards of fabric, something to make handles out of. So you might want to buy like a couple inches more above a half a yard on your fabric, or pull from your stash. Or if you've got something else you'd like to make handles out of, it doesn't have to be belting. You could use ribbon and make handles. You do kind of want to keep in mind the weight of the bag. You don't want to use like silk ribbon with a canvas. You want to, like if we made brocade bags, like Mary's pretty brocade fabric she was using this morning, you could use ribbon for your handles. That would look elegant. That would be for like a fancy gift or something. So Suze is here. And Abigail's desk in the attic. Welcome. We'll do that. Let's try to do that next Wednesday at 11 o'clock. Okay. we'll make bags together next Wednesday. And I've got my tub here. This is the tub of old projects. This is how many I still have left to do. So I did, this one will be finished probably today. The basting, everything had to be basted together to hold it in position. I rarely hand base. I usually just go for it. But the way this is going together is so much different. So that's one. I count the 2 bags as one project because they were in the same bag. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 projects nearly done. Next Wednesday, toad making. Oh my God. Tote making day. We are not making frogs and toads. We're making totes next Wednesday at 11. This has got the baby doll dresses for my baby dolls. I didn't get those finished. This is some lavender linen. And I was going to make the dress that's on here, the one in the middle. So I'm going to make that for myself. It's not cut out yet. So that's why I've been avoiding it. It's not cut out yet. This project bag has a Valentine table runner. I've got all the components in here that I put together to make a Valentine table runner. I might do that one next after I finish the coat because I want to do the stuff that's already cut out. Now this is some pretty fabric that I got at Hobby Lobby. It's not showing up because I got too much light in here. Hang on, let me pull this window blind closed. That's a little better. But it's kind of a aqua color, and I was going to make this vintage dress in it. I don't know if I'm going to make the maxi or the shorter one. I can't remember how many yards I bought. I guess that'll be the determinant of which one I make. But I found this vintage pattern, and let's see, it only cost $1, so you know that was a long time ago. Let's see. I was looking for a copyright. 1973. That one should be a fun project. And I got ballpoint needles and everything because that's a knit fabric. So that one and the violet dress have not been cut out yet. So they'll be down the road. But the Valentine table runner and the doll clothes. This is something I had done some piecing before when I was up at the cottage. And I'm going to cut this piece. I washed the pieced piece, and that was not a good idea. I had a lot of it fall apart. But I'm going to cut this and make cat beds for the cats and put some batting in it and everything so they can have some cushy places. I like to have places for them to sleep on that I can just pick up and throw in the washing machine. So that's a project down the road a little bit. This is a project that I had pulled together as part of my last year's Complete Your Project plan through one of the quilt groups. But this, I keep putting this off because it's a baby quilt, and I made it out of, what's it called? Minky and the fluffy. So there's minky squares and then there's faux fur squares. And yeah, it's hard to sew. I've got to use a walking foot. So I've got 2 sections pinned together, ready to go. And I've got like 1 million pins in it. But then I'm going to back it with flannel. And it's so soft and beautiful. So this is something I would like to get finished just in case I get another niece or nephew. It'll probably be another great niece or great nephew. Kayla and her husband sound like they want to have a whole batch of kids. So that needs to be done. So I'll have it done and ready to go, so I don't have to rush to have a baby gift on hand. I want to do that so I have gifts ready to go. Make some baby boy, baby girl gifts. So that's one of the ones I really want to get done this next week. And I think Thursdays, I'm going to come on and do show and tell. So I'm showing you what I'm going to do for next week, so you guys can look forward to it for next Thursday. And I'm not going to be on long on Thursdays, but Wednesdays from 11 to whenever, we'll work on a project together. Oh, and then this is the pattern for the Hawaiian shirts. I just threw it in here, and I haven't come across the fabric for this, but this was the shirt I was going to make Greg for Christmas, and it didn't happen because we ended up having to move back down here. So that'll wait, and then the ones that are here on the floor will wait. So by next Thursday for show and tell, I'll have 3 more projects ready to go, I hope. The only thing is, the faux fur stuff is, I don't have very much of it, so it's going to be as big as this. I'm going to sew these together and see how big it is. And what I might have to do is go to Joann's and take this with me and maybe get some more. I'll probably do minky, because you guys know that fur stuff. I know how to cut it out so the fur doesn't go everywhere, but it's still a headache to deal with. You end up with those little fibers everywhere. So I'll probably get some more minky, and I think they still carry the green and the pink. I think that's a standard in the standard book that I used to order the fabric there. So yeah, I can get some more of that, or I might just put a cream border on it, because there is some cream in here. I'll have to look and see what I end up. See, I've got some of that fur right there on my knuckle. To make it a good crib size, I don't think the width of these sections is going to be wide enough for a quilt, for a crib quilt. So I might have to put borders on it. And if I do that, they will be in minky. And then I was thinking on the back, I'll use like a flannel in these colors. And then maybe put along the edge, get some of that silky blanket binding in one of the colors. So that's something I might have to go to Joann's to finish. I think I have the supplies to do the Valentine table runner and the dolly clothes. So those will be what I work on next week, and I'll have this to show finished. Can we make the project bags? I ordered these from Amazon, but we can make some flat bags, some flat project bags. They're super easy. 2 rectangles and a zipper. The only thing is I would need to know, do you want them lined or just because we can make them lined, and then that way you don't have exposed seams for things to catch on. It might be better that way. And if we make them, you want some. Okay, we'll make some, Mary. We'll see how long it takes us to do the tote, and then the next week maybe we'll do project bags. Or, depending on how long it takes us to make that tote, we'll go from there. But this bag here, let me tell you how big these bags are. And then let's see. These are this size particular is a good size for projects. 10.5. I'm going to say 10.5 by about 14. I don't have a measuring tape, and I've got my measuring bar on here covered. Let me see. No, 15. It's about 10.5 by 15 inches, and these are great. So that means you would need I'll have to look through my zipper stash. Actually, 10.5 by 14. So you'd need about a 14-inch zipper for the top. And if we do them lined so that you don't have the problem of the exposed seams, or instead of doing lined ones, to make it even easier, I can show you how to do French seams, and then nothing's exposed that way, and it uses a lot less fabric. So let's do that. We'll do a single layer. So you could probably get half a yard is 18 inches. You could probably get a bag out of a half a yard, maybe 2 bags. Might could get 2 bags out of it. That's a good idea too, Barb. Joann's has the flannel, or I think the flannel is still on sale. So if I knew how big I needed it, I could go get it. And I think that sale is still good for a while longer. So if you got fabric in your stash, use it. Use it. Use it or it'll fade, like this jacket has faded on me. Yeah. Yes, French seams. Yeah, okay. French seams are really, really easy. They sound complicated, but they're not. They're so not. So we'll do project bags, zippers. Zippers are not a problem if you have a zipper foot. I don't like to do what are they called? They're not hidden zippers, but y'all know what I mean? The teeth aren't exposed. What are they called? It's just escaped me. I don't remember what it's called. Oh, I don't remember. It's just gone. But this is supposed to have buttons with loops or frogs on it. And I'm not going to put either. I'm just going to have it as a slip-on jacket. What's no? Janet, why you say no? Yeah, I have a little bit, Barb. There are totes out in the radio room, not nearly as many as there used to be. I got rid of so much stuff. But then I still have my quilt fabrics, and they stay hidden under our bed. So nobody has to see that. Uh-oh, you lost me for a minute. An invisible zipper. Thank you, Janice. That's it. That's it. An invisible zipper. I don't like those. I just do regular zippers, just like what's on this bag. In fact, I have a ton of zippers that I got thrifting. So if you're ever thrifting, buy zippers because they cost so much at Joann's. Any of that stuff. Buttons, zippers, snaps. If you're going to get into sewing, thrift for that stuff because it's crazy how much Joann's charges you for the findings, all of the buttons and zippers and all of that. The fabric might be on sale, but then you could spend up like $40 on lace or trim just to finish something. I don't do that anymore. I've gotten too frugal. Okay, guys, I don't want to hold you guys up. I know Mary's got to go grocery shopping. I need to do that too. And I probably should do it today because, yeah, I don't like to do grocery shopping on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I leave that for everybody that works. I like to go out there. Yeah, look for your zippers. And I think I said a 14-inch zipper. But if you tell me what size zippers you have on hand, we can go from there. Okay? So thank you guys, and I hope you enjoyed seeing what I've been sewing. Yesterday was so weird. I just could not there was no way I was going to be able to do a live. The internet just would not stay up. And then when Scott got home, it went out for several hours. I don't know what it is. Okay, guys, have a great day. Do something fun. I'll talk to you later. Bye.